Hi, in this video I'm looking at this problem here where we've got a random variable x with an exponential distribution where lambda equals 0.7. And we want to find the probability that a value x is going to be between 0 or 3, or 0 and 3. Now, with an exponential distribution, we have the probability that our value lies between two numbers is the integral between those two numbers of some function of t with respect to t, where f of t is lambda times by e to the negative lambda t. And that's why it's an exponential distribution, and the probability is given by this integral here. So if we want to work out our probability, we need to first work out f of t, or f of x in this case, where lambda equals 0.7. So we're going to have f of x is going to be 0.7 times e to the negative 0.7 times x. And so when we go to our integral, so we have the probability that x lies between 0 and 3 is going to be the integral between 0 and 3 of 0.7 e to the negative 0.7 x dx. And so let's have a look at doing this integral. That means we're going to have, well, e to the negative 0.7 times x is going to integrate to e to the negative 0.7 times x, divide by the derivative of the power. The derivative of negative 0.7x is negative 0.7, so we're going to divide by negative 0.7. And we already have a 0.7 out the front. And we're going to have the bounds between 0 and 3. And so if we do our next step and simplify this, that means that our 0.7s are going to cancel out. The negative is going to move up, so we're going to have negative e to the negative 0.7x between 0 and 3. So if we then go and put in our bounds, so I'm going to do 3, so we're going to have negative e to the 0.7 times by 3 minus of 0. So we're going to have minus of negative e to the negative 0.7 times by 0. And so if we look at this, we've got, therefore we have that we've got negative e to the negative 2.1 and e to the negative 0.7 times 0, well, that's going to be 0, so e to the 0 is 1, and so we've got take negative 1, so we're going to have plus 1. And so then if we work that out in a calculator, we're going to have that our probability is going to be 0.8775435717, and the decimals just keep going. So if we're going to write that nicely, our probability that our random variable will lie between 0 and 3 is approximately equal to 0.878. And that would be our answer. So, the probability is given to us by the integral of the distribution function. We have the density function for a exponential distribution is f of t equals lambda e to the negative lambda t. And so we put in lambda, work out our integral, and we get our answer.